Tandoori chicken. This is one of the most impressive and tastiest dishes you can make, and I'm going to show you how to do it step by step. Let's start with what to ask for at the butcher. I ask for a whole chicken cut in half, skinless, and scored. Scoring is the slits that are made in the meat so that the marinade can penetrate the meat better and it just makes it tastier. Now, if you don't want a whole chicken, you can ask for all legs or all breast, but I recommend asking for bone-in chicken for this. It just tastes better. So we're going to get a large container that we don't care about because this is going to get very messy and we're going to make our marinade. So first we add plain yogurt. Then, of course, we're going to add our Garam Masala Tandoori Masala. And I'm making 4 whole chicken here, and that's about 10 pounds of chicken. So I'm using 3 Garam Masala packets. But of course, in the caption, as always, I'm going to give you guys measurements for a more normal, smaller amount so that you can follow and adjust to whatever quantity you're making. Next is food coloring, and I know some of you are going to come at me in the comments section, but if you've ever gone to an Indian or Pakistani restaurant, how do you think they're getting the tandoori chicken red? They're using food coloring, and your mom probably used it too. And then we're adding some vegetable oil and some lemon juice. And even if you're careful, the food coloring makes such a mess, so you should probably wear gloves from the beginning, unlike me. Now we're going to mix the marinade extremely well with a whisk, and this is why I make the marinade first so that I can mix it all together all evenly, because if you put the chicken in the container and then just dump all the individual ingredients on top of it and then try to mix it that way, you're not going to be able to achieve an even mix of all the ingredients. That's why I do it first. So just mix it really, really well, and you'll know it's mixed well when the food coloring is cohesive throughout. You don't have streaks of the red anymore. So just start taking each half of chicken one by one and start dipping it in the marinade. And we're going to get our hands dirty. That's why I finally put gloves on. And we're going to take the marinade and just start putting it into the scoring, like those slits that we had cut in the chicken. And you want to get the marinade into every little crevice so that there's flavor throughout the entire piece of chicken. And then just keep adding and mixing, and do this until every piece of chicken is coated completely. And when there's extra marinade left on the bottom, you should scoop it and take it onto the top of the chicken so that it can also get into the chicken. And then when I'm done, I just wipe the sides of the container because food coloring gets everywhere and it will not come out of your clothes, guys. So just be extra careful. Wipe off the sides and the exterior of the container that you use before you put it in the fridge. So I marinated this for 3 hours and the flavor was really good. Marinate it as long as you possibly can. But if you're short on time, 30 minutes works well too. So grilling the chicken is always the part that intimidated me until I learned how to do it, and it's actually not so bad. So you're going to put your grill on high heat to warm it up for 5 minutes, and then after that, you're going to reduce the heat to medium-low, and keeping the flame on medium-low is really the key to ending up with juicy chicken that's not overcooked, because if your grill is too hot, the chicken is going to get overcooked and it will dry out. So keep your grill on medium-low. That's the most critical thing about this. And then we're going to add some cooking spray. I'm using grill mats to keep the grill clean, but if you don't have them, it's okay. You can just put the chicken directly on the grill or use foil, but the cooking spray is really important so that the chicken doesn't stick and start to tear. So after all of our chicken is on the grill, we're going to close the lid and then we're going to cook this for 15 minutes on each side. So after 15-minute timer is up, we're going to flip the chicken. I'm going to show you that part next. Okay, so after 15 minutes is up, we're going to open the lid and then we're going to flip all of our chicken over and cook an additional 15 minutes on the other side. And you can see, even though we're keeping the grill on medium-low, we're still able to achieve that beautiful charring on it. So you don't need high heat to get the charring on the chicken. Okay, so 15 more minutes. Okay, so after the chicken has cooked on the other side, it should be ready, and look at how beautiful that is. The color and the charring is perfect. And before we take it off the grill, we're just going to use a thermometer to check that every piece is cooked to 165 degrees Fahrenheit or above. Okay, so now our tandoori chicken is ready to plate. Here I'm serving it with naan. I also serve it with rice sometimes. You can also serve a simple raita on the side. Squeeze some lemon and just look at how gorgeous this is. I guarantee everyone will love it, and that is how you make